Hey guys, it's Jessica from Peace Love Books, and today I'm here with the Booktube Real Talk tag. Now, no one tagged me, but I did see Chandler from Chandler Ainsley and Stephanie from Steph's Romance Book talk about this tag, and I really wanted to take part in the conversation. And it's just a tag about Booktube and your thoughts about the community and your favorite videos and how you feel about the community. So I wanted to throw my 2 cents in, so I'm going to go through all the prompts and I will link those 2 videos down below, as well as the creator if I can find them and the topics to discuss. So I'm gonna get to it. Okay, so I want to preface this video by saying I have been on Booktube now for 4 years, which I think is insane. I did not realize I've been on Booktube this long. I had a few videos while I was in college go up because I was blogging. I started blogging when I was going into my freshman year of college, so it was 2011 when I started blogging, and I started booktubing, so loading bookish videos onto YouTube. I know my sophomore year of college I did a couple, so in like 2012, 2013. I did not start actually like consistently booktubing until 2015 when I got my own apartment. So yeah. The first question is, what's something nobody told you about Booktube before you started your channel? What people never told me was, and I think it's kind of obvious now, is that romance is really not a valued genre on Booktube, and now it's totally valued by the people who post about romance and who follow the romance channels. But if you look at the popular Booktube channels, they all primarily focus on YA, and a lot of them don't like romance, and people who are YA channels who read a romance book because it's popular, they don't like it, and they have like problems with the romance. They think it's problematic, and they think there's too much romance, and it's just people don't understand the romance genre. It's so undervalued in society because of the norms we've set on romance. Romance is like a majority of the publishing industry, and romance is such a money-making industry, yet it's so talked down upon. And so I definitely think when I first started Booktube, I was a YA reader, but I definitely read more romance and for the YA genre, and I was more adult as well. I definitely don't read as much YA now as I did back then, but when I started, nobody told me how undervalued romance was, and so I didn't expect to not find growth in my channel just because of the romance that I read. I have been on Booktube for 4 years, and I've only had 14,000 subscribers. Now 14K is amazing. I don't even think that I could get this far, but it's really hard to see channels who only read YA, they only read what other people talk about, they only read hype books, and they have over 20K and they've been on here less than a year. And so it kind of sucks. It's kind of like I've put in so much work in the same amount as you do, but because you're reading the in books, nobody wants to watch my channel. I'm not saying nobody does. All of you definitely obviously want to watch my channel, but it's a lot harder to grow when you're not reading the mainstream hyped books. The second question is, what is your opinion on typical Booktube videos like wrap-ups, TBRs, hauls, etc.? I personally love them. It's the end of the month / beginning of the month right now that I'm filming this. It's the 3rd, March 3rd, and I love the fact that I can depend on my favorite channels coming out with a video right now of books they're actually reading. A lot of channels don't post reviews anymore or recommendation videos. I feel like a lot of it's like reading vlogs now, and not a lot of straight up recommendations of what they've read. So I love seeing wrap-ups. I love posting my wrap-ups because I love seeing what people have read and what they have to say about it. And I, for some reason, love TBRs as well. I love studying them for myself. Even though I rarely follow them, I just like seeing what's on other people's radar right now and what they hope to read and what I hope to read and what people have to say about it. So I love those cliche videos, and I will post them forever. Number 3 is, what is an assumption you had about Booktube before you joined? Was it proven to be correct or not? I don't know if I had any assumptions. I didn't even like consider Booktube like a huge thing when I joined. It was just another platform to share my love of books like blogging was and like Instagramming was. So I didn't really have this huge assumption. So I didn't really have any assumptions coming in. So I don't have an answer for this one. Number 4 is, what is something you've done that has actually helped you grow your audience? And for me, I have seen my most popular videos that I mean, I don't see a correlation between like the video I post and the amount of subscribers I gain. I don't like look into it too much because I'm not that obsessed with my subscriber count. I just check like every day maybe like what my subscribers are and just see how it's growing. But I've seen the videos that get the best response and views from my audience are my recommendations videos. So over the summer I did my favorite bad boy romances and my favorite good guy romances. Those got like 10K views. Those got like an insane amount of views. Typically my videos get between 2,000 and 3,000 views, even though I do have 14,000 followers, and my recommendation videos definitely get the most views. I really wish I could post more, but I did recently post my favorite age gap romances. I really want to do an updated motorcycle romance video, but I have to read like at least 4 more to have a substantial video to recommend. So it's really hard to do those videos because I have to read so many more of that specific genre or trope that I want to recommend. I want to have a military romance video, but there are like 3 on my TBR that I have to read next too, and I already have a jam-packed TBR. So it's hard to continue reading to keep up with the recommendation videos that I want to do. But I have seen that they have gotten the best reaction on my channel. My book hauls do okay. My wrap-ups typically get the most views as well, and so those are the ones that I can only post once a month, so it's not like I can continue doing those or anything, but I have realized that mostly recommendation videos help grow my channel. Nobody really cares about my vlogs that much, but the people who do like them really love them, so I don't want to take that away when I do reading vlogs, but that's what I've noticed. I was shocked when Chandler in her video said that people will go on Twitter and like ask for followers. Never has it ever occurred to me to ask people to subscribe to my channel on other platforms. I'll say like, hey, if you didn't know, I have a YouTube channel, and like post it here, but I won't say like, oh, please follow me, I'm trying to get more followers. I feel like that's weird to ask for followers without interacting. I will post on Instagram, is mainly my main platform. I will say having an Instagram has helped my YouTube grow a lot. I have over 5K on Instagram, which is pretty good for the romance Instagram community, and I know Chandler said Twitter is where she has seen a lot of growth, and I know Chelsea from Chelsea Donnelly Reads and Kayla from Books and Lala are really present on Twitter, and maybe that does help them. I am not into Twitter. I don't like to like interact on Twitter that much, so I am mostly on Instagram. But I will say, like, in my stories on Instagram, I get about 1,000 views on my stories, so I will say, hey, new video, go check it out, links in my bio. I won't just say, hey, make sure you're following me, give me a subscribe, like, make sure you're subscribing to me. Like, I don't like people who are constantly obsessed with the numbers and, like, requesting people to follow them. I think that's weird. I don't know. Is that just me? Like, would you be weirded out if you're following someone on Twitter and they're like, follow my YouTube? I don't know. Like, I feel like it's okay, but then it's like, it gives me a weird vibe, I guess, when that happens. But Instagram definitely is what I'm mostly on to help grow my channel as well. Okay, the next one is, what is a common mistake you see new booktubers making, or one that you made? I think a huge mistake new people make, which I think Chandler had mentioned as well, is getting mixed up in drama. I am so far removed from drama that I have to text my friends and ask them like, what just happened? I don't like to add on to drama and like get involved and say anything. I just am an observer of the drama, and so I know on Twitter this is really bad, getting involved in book drama, especially if like you don't relate to it at all. Like, if it's not affecting you, you are involved in it. If it's like something about how, like, there's recently a book that was in the ARC stages, and apparently it was like very racially charged about like this slave sacrificing themselves, and they're of course like marginalizing black people. I don't know what the whole drama was, but like the author actually pulled their book and they're not publishing it anymore, and everybody had to go in and talk about what they thought about it. And I haven't read the book. I'm not of that marginalized race or population, and so I didn't say anything. But I feel like a lot of newer people especially like to jump on the bandwagon and say what they think about drama. Just stay out of it. There's a lot of things that some booktubers do that make me really annoyed, especially the big booktubers, but I don't say it. I don't want to get mixed up in the drama and like have people know my opinion when I know that like not good things can come of it. So I don't get involved in any of that. So I've never been in that position to where I got involved in the drama, and I think that's good for me to stay out of it. So if you're on Twitter, Just watch it and leave it be. You don't need to add to it. You don't need to make things worse. Just let it go. The next one is, what are your thoughts on working with publishers and sponsorships? So I work with publishers a lot for getting free books. That's really the only way I work with publishers. Now I do work with Read Bliss, and I am paid for the videos that I provide for them because I'm providing them something and they post it on their channel. So that's the only sponsorships that I've ever done that are paid. I have never had a publisher pay me to talk about a book on my channel. And now, the thing that really bothers me, that I'm really hesitant to say, because like I said, I don't like getting involved in drama, I hate it when the booktubers use different language. So they'll say, thank you so much to blah 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 for working with me on this video. And I'm like, what does that mean? Like, they aren't completely transparent about what that means. And now this happens a lot with the bigger booktubers. I feel like some are very much more open, like Emma Books. I've said this before. She's so open about what she's paid for and not. She almost always says she's working at a paid promotion with them, if I remember correctly, and she's really honest about it, and she's addressed it in a lot of her videos. But there are other ones that are huge that will just say, I'm working with this company on my video, and then they'll like show like 10 books that they bought from that company slash publish. I don't want to say like who it is and what it was. And I'm like, okay, so you were paid to make this video, and were you paid to buy those books? Or did you honestly spend your own money on those 10 books and then get paid to make this video? I don't know. It's like, it's hard to trust them when they're not completely 100% open about it. There was also the same booktuber who had a paid promotion with a website. Didn't say it in their vlog title, didn't even say it in their vlog. They just said, oh my gosh, and look what I've been doing for the past hour on this website. It's so amazing and I love it and it's great for this, this, and this. And I'm like, that sounds really sponsored, but you didn't even say in your video that it was sponsored. You didn't say in your title that it was sponsored or your thumbnail. But later on I looked in the description box and it said, this is a paid promotion with blah blah blah. And I just think that's weird. I want you to be totally upfront, because now I feel like, can I even trust you on your content, or am I going to be bombarded with a million different sponsored contents? Because I don't know. It's good for them. They are making a lot of money out of something that's really important to them, and it's good for them. And this booktuber does read. That's a big problem I have with big booktubers who get paid promotions and sponsorships, is that they don't read the books that they're sent. I'm not in any way trying to slam big booktubers. If you want to be paid and sponsored by publishers, great. Just be honest about who it is and genuinely like the book. A big problem with this as well with the big booktubers is that they don't read anything else. They only stick with the hyped books. And so, not all of them, some of them do read other books, but then some of them do only read the hype books, and I like to, on my channel, try to say, maybe half of my TBRs are books that I've literally heard not a single channel talk about, because those are books that I like, and I try to find new books that nobody else has read, or nobody else is reading on Booktube that I found on Instagram, or authors that I really want to read. And so it's kind of annoying when everybody's reading the same thing and everybody wants that content. Just like I said with those channels that have been around a year, they read all YA fantasy sci-fi, and they have like 20K subscribers because they read literally what everyone else reads. So why am I trying to be unique when people who read what everyone else reads is getting all the subscribers? I don't know. It's kind of annoying. The last question is, do you think Booktube is dying? And I say no. People are making new Booktube channels left and right everywhere. And I have seen growth. Like I said, I think I've gained 2K, at least 1,000 subscribers since the beginning of the year. So, and that's like a lot considering I'm just reached 14K. So there is a lot of growth here, a lot of people interacting, a lot of people joining, which is great. I am really happy that the community is growing. I have been seeing a few more romance channels pop up, which is making me really excited. But I do think that a lot of the big booktubers are burning out because a lot of them don't post as much anymore, and they have like 200,000, 180,000 subscribers, and they are posting maybe like once every few months. And so I don't know if they've been burnt out from the community, but the new people are very excited to be here and adding great content to the community. So I'm really excited that Booktube is getting more popular and more people are joining. And that is this tag. I've been talking for way too long, but let me know your thoughts about everything I said. I hope that I didn't make anyone upset or offended. These are just my own thoughts and opinions about the community, and that's all I have. As always, thank you so much for watching and have a good day. Bye.